Hi everyone and welcome to Franknut Sewing Machines once again. I'm the shop manager here, Lucy, and today we're going to look at the Innovis XP1 Luminaire that's just arrived. It's actually been with us a couple of days. It's very exciting. It's a very big box that we've been dodging around in the shop. Frank actually did open it to have a look. I haven't actually opened it yet, so now we're officially going to get it out of the box and get it on display in this shop and get ourselves acquainted with it so we can then do a bit of a review for you as well. So it's a very large box. This probably does have to come on a pallet, I'm afraid. So let's get it open and get it out, see if I can actually lift it out of the box, which will be interesting. Let's see what we've got, because we've got the embroidery unit all packed in here as well, because it is the combined big new machine from Brother. Okay, so we've got the bag, well, like a slip cover. Pop everything down here. There we go, that's the size of the embroidery unit, which it is a lot bigger because it is a bigger machine overall. We did go to the launch day, which was very exciting. I don't know if you saw any of that video. So setting this up, we should know what we're doing. Oh, separate box of accessories. This whole thing is full of the accessories. Put that on the chair for now. And then finally we've got the machine down here. Okay. Okay, so that bit's got nothing in there, but this bit definitely got some weighty bits here. Right, so we've got the accessory box for the free arm and the foot control. And then I can see it. It's huge! Right, let's see if I can carry this out. It did say, what was it, 42 kilos on the box, so, but obviously that was with all the accessories.
It's like a hand.
I think I've got it. There we go. Okay. Right. Oh, there we have it. So it's a completely different chassis to the XV, much bigger screen here. Well, what appears to be a much bigger screen. I don't know if that's just the way it's been styled. We'll open up the accessory box as well. I'll bring that over here and we can have a look, because this has got... Okay, let's see if I can get into this bit. I'll put it up here. Okay, so this is a lot of that's the scanning frame, the new scanning frame for the embroidery, well, scanning and embroidering side. We've got the knee lift, all your accessory catalogues and manuals and embroidery designs. Quite a hefty chunk there to get into. The powered walking foot, so the dual feed foot that's included. And then here is our special thread stand, because I remember seeing that at the launch. We'll set that up, so we'll get that out, I think. And then our big accessory box, similar to the Dream Machine style accessory box, but again a bit larger because we do have more included. So let's have a look in there as well. Really nice storage available on these. It keeps everything neat and everything together. And then a couple of bits to go with the thread stand by the looks of it. And is that a spare needle plate? Yep, that is our single hole needle plate too. Perfect, because that is got a brand new system of actually changing the needle plates. That seems to be everything from in there at the moment. We do also have the embroidery box as well. I think if we set it up with the, just as I'll take off all the blue tape, we'll have a look at it as a sewing machine first of all, and then when we actually do the more in-depth kind of review, we'll look at the embroidery unit separately. I'll put that over there for now. And by the magic of YouTube, we can speed this bit up. Right, so now we've got all the blue tape off, we can set it up and have a look, and because obviously this is the Luminaire, it's all about the light, so we'll have a look at some of those special features that it does actually now include. It's such a well lit machine, it's absolutely stunning when it's on. So let's just get this part attached, so make it look complete. There we are, and we'll sort out some power. Ta-da! Okay, so we'll get the thread stand on there as well, because what's now included as a fixture on the machine, you've got your standard spool pins here, but you do also have a double cone stand that's the standard as well, that just pops out onto there. It's actually magnetic, so we'll add that on and we'll have a look at the needle plate too. So let's just, looks like you squeeze into here, or is it released that way? Looks like it's that way. There we are. And so then this whole section flips up, and then the spool pins also pop up too, and then the magnets latch onto there. So that now is really quite solid, and yeah, that's not going anywhere. So that cone stand's included, kind of to be fitted as standard. Now the lid of the machine goes all the way back. If we touch this, it should wake it all up. So we've got a slightly different look to the screen as well. It is a lot very clear. It's kind of got the blue tone all over it. It's very, very stylish. We've also got the whole Disney category as well. My Design Centre, embroidery side and sewing. So if we just have a look at it in the sewing mode at the moment, because the main, I suppose, one of the biggest additional features on here is the projection as well. Which we can have a quick look at. But physical features, we're looking at now 13 inches from the centre of the needle to the edge of the machine. They've completely changed the chassis, cut away more here, and given us that extra length, which when you've got the unit on, it does look, it's really is a much larger machine than anything we've seen before. Stored inside and stowed away, got plenty of room for everything. However, you do get your lovely box, so oh, it's very beautiful. Let's take off some pins backwards. Yeah, lovely. And so there's place for everything in here. There really is. So you've got the screwdriver as standard, embroidery foot, open toe quilting feet, overcasting, all your standard ones that would come with it, zipper, button sewing on, all of those bits that we normally get with every machine as well. What's this one here? That's also the 1/4 of an inch foot, and as we are getting the dual feed foot as well. Also an echo quilting foot too, that's handy to have. And underneath, because these just lift out of the box, and then you've got tons more storage again. Your separate embroidery bobbin case, which is you can always tell which one that is with the blue dot, and it's really important that you do swap these around with sewing and embroidering. It makes a massive difference for the tension. So that's your blue dot bobbin case. Bobbins, clips, lots of little tools, all the screwdrivers, the adapter shank as well. So if you're using certain brother feet, you may need to, because this is a high shank machine, you can then change it into a low shank machine using that, and that's already in the box. That's kind of lots of similar accessories to the XB, scissors, needle, spool caps. Just a quick interruption from a customer there, but that's not a problem, the beauty of working in this busy shop. So we're just going to pack up the accessory boxes here, and then we'll take a look at the newer features that we've got on here that are exclusive to this machine. I'll just put that away. so we did actually also get out the sensor pen because I realised that we hadn't actually looked at this yet. It doesn't come supplied with batteries, so you do need to pop a AA battery in there before you start trying to use it, and you know when it's on because your little light will pop on as well. So this is the new style sensor pen that Brother have brought out. You've got the soft tip for actually navigating the screen. So and we've got kind of sliding you can do to look at the kind of stitch selections, and then and all the different menus. It is very similar. It's the Brother kind of ease of use that we know and love, definitely. If you just go back to utility stitch there. So I was going to have a quick look at the projection as well on here, because this is the Luminaire light. This is the whole kind of selling point of this machine. If I pop a bit of material just underneath there, and we drop down the foot, and if we select something with a bit of decorativeness to it, because then it'll look even nicer on the projection, and then this kind of conical one here is the projection, activating the projection. There we are. So now we can see, I don't know if James can get in and have a look, we've got a really good amount of detail on here. So you can actually change your stitch, you can change your stitch width, you can change your stitch length, all kind of on your material straight away in like a real-time view. You can also flick, so we can change the needle position and also flick between stitches, which is pretty interesting. So if I go to the menu up here and press with my pen, I can then like literally scroll through the stitch folder that I've selected on my screen previously. So then we can have a look at all these different ones and see what they look like on your material. So you're just literally viewing before you actually decide what to do. Decorative stitch wise, that's really useful. Set that one there. So we will look into that into more detail when we do our big review as well. So if we just have a look now also at the needle plate, because this is another brand new feature of this machine. If I raise up my foot, take that away, and we'll just go back to the normal sewing on the screen. Oh, that's just a close-up view of the stitch. Now you do have to turn the machine off before you change the needle plate, so I'm just going to flick it off here. And then it's this button here, so we slide it across and it just pops away. So that takes off our standard 7.5mm needle plate, or 7mm needle plate even, and we can put on the straight stitch, which is included in the box with this model. There we go, and it's that easy. You can literally do it with so much quicker than using the screwdrivers. It really is a big difference. Lots of other major brands do that as well, so it's about time that we had that from Brother as well, I think. Pop that back on. So when we do our bigger review, we're going to go through much more of these menus functions in here. So but let us know what you want to see. We want to know exactly the nitty-gritty that you want to know about this model. Obviously it's a lot of it's a big expense. We don't normally talk about prices on here, but it is a lot of money for this machine, the top of the range now. And what do you want out of it? We're going to try and find out. So I'm going to get myself acquainted over the next few days and hopefully be bringing you something that will be informative and useful for you. I'm a little bit nervous, to be honest, because it's a lot of machine. There is so much to it, but I'm looking forward to finding out, the USPs, things that make it different and stand out from everything else that's currently out there. So we'll speak to you soon. So give us a comment below, let us know, and if this was any use to you. I hope it was, and we'll speak to you soon. Thanks very much. Bye for now.